Pharmacies going to be doing more, tell me.
Yes, really exciting news story today. We're launching Pharmacy First.
Sometimes certain moments collide together to make you have to stop and shake your head in disbelief. Today is one of those days. So why are we looking at Andrea Leadsom from last week talking about pharmacists being able to take up some of the slack because doctors' waiting lists are so long? Well, bear with me, because Leadsom was doing the rounds that day, going from one show to another.
The scheme is part of the government's plan to free up 10 million GP appointments a year, but with the NHS already so financially stretched, will the new scheme relieve current pressures? We're joined by the Public Health Minister, Andrea Leadsom. Right, we're going to get to pharmacies in just a moment, but I'm sure you have seen this report from experts assembled by the British Medical Journal.
So what Susanna Reid here is going to explain is a report on how critical a state the NHS is in.
The NHS is in such a dire strait that the next government should declare it a national emergency. We need treatment for the NHS itself. This is a dire headline for you. Morning.
Well, good morning. Yeah, I'm really sorry to hear that. That is not what I see as Health Minister in the department.
Of course, Leadsom had some spin. It's worth remembering that she is a keen supporter of Brexit, and Brexit has had a significant impact on the NHS because we've got less European doctors, nurses and general staff working in hospitals since we left the EU. Anyway, carry on, Andrea.
So much work going on with, for example, our long-term workforce plan.
On second thoughts, don't bother.
We're talking about the NHS being in such a dire strait now that it should be declared a national emergency. Record numbers of patients are being denied timely cancer treatment.
So here's the point where I began to get overloaded.
Since 2020, more than 200,000 people in England have not received potentially life-saving surgery, chemotherapy or radiotherapy within the NHS's 62-day waiting time.
So if that wasn't bad enough, I then saw these newspaper headlines and had to ask, why aren't the same newspapers going on a crusade to get better standards for the NHS, to ensure the waiting lists go down? They preach to us that some self-appointed king has cancer, but what about us? Where's our operations? Of course, it's the rich newspaper barons telling us what it wants us to care about. And the royal family is just a distraction from the shit show that this country is going through. It's all so messed up. Click here for 4 years since we left the EU. It's birthday time.